shadow from the rope around my greed. My escape, please remember what you want isn't always what you need. Controlling breathing, I can't just fix this. There's something else resisting. Love is never easy to love again. To find your reasons to pretend. Love is never easy to start again. Go find your meaning. Take a bow and take a look at the life that was broke. Wonder how every word that finding peace in this prison never seemed so long before. What am I searching for? Just a touch of the feeling rush of two hearts beating. Why am I left dancing in the rain again, singing my sorrows for what I can't seem to get? Just some place where I belong. And don't take this from me. I've been fading away. Memories are turning to gray. But every step that I take, the closer I get to finding there's more to me than what these eyes have seen. It's within my reach, and I'll take it all. I am weathered and broken and weak.
This car wants to become champion. Number one thing, when he
Well, how is it going tonight, drivers? Man, oh man, the time is here. We're starting the season for the Throwback Brand Cup Series here live at Daytona International Speedway. Big shout out to Earth to Free for subscribing right there 2 months in a row. Thank you so much. Greatly appreciate that. And man, oh man, how about that intro here tonight? Gotta love that, as well as we have well over 30 drivers looking to compete in tonight's season opener, sponsored by Ford Entertainment Group. We've got some live pictures as well to the right and a track map to your left, so you know just how Daytona is laid out. But if you're a racing fan at all, you know exactly how Daytona is. Atlanta Racing and Throwback Brand here tonight, bringing you all the action. Thank you, throwbackbrand.com for sponsoring this series. Here are all of our sponsors here tonight: Ford Entertainment Group, Butt Kicker, and Throwback Brand. Butt Kicker being the sponsor of the Points Championship, giving away a free chair to the winner this year. So that is so exciting. I cannot wait to see who wins. Here is some of my favorite gear over at throwbackbrand.com. Of course, the Bill Elliott hat and the stock car racing shirt, throwing it way back here for this throwback 1987 night. Well, I did it last stream. I saw it this time. I said, I'm going to do it again. Go give these great broadcasters follows. Repeat 1975, Frozen Toes 24, Rick James, TV1, and Bulls fan _88. All of them great broadcasters. And if you're not watching a race here with Atlanta Racing, you might as well go watch one with one of those fantastic broadcasters. But guess what? That's not what you're doing right now. Now you're live with Atlanta Racing. So 3, 2, 1, let's go racing with Atlanta Racing and the Throwback Brand Cup Series, sponsored here tonight by the Ford Entertainment Group, Throwback Brand, and Butt Kicker, bringing you the action live up here with Tony in the blimp cam. He has got some great views up here of Daytona while we are qualifying. Ryan Kelly is currently on the track. We're going to be taking a look at that 13 Chevrolet. And if I remember correctly, I do. He is running that Nintendo Chevrolet. Man, oh man, throwing it back to the Super Nintendo days. I've got 2 Super Nintendos sitting in a drawer in my bedroom. So I'm a big fan of all of that jazz. So we've got a 10-minute qualifying session here, but usually, it doesn't take 10 minutes to get through the whole thing. So we'll see if it does take the entire time. Earth to Free says Tony's got the views. He certainly does. Every time you see Tony, he's up there in the blimp cam. He's getting the views. He's got everybody's cell phone number, from Michael Jordan to Tom Cruise. He's a really popular guy. So really big shout out to Tony. Well, there is a 21 right here of Cody Matthews, racing Chattanooga Chew Chevrolet here tonight. Let's go on board for just a moment. He rounds it out of turn 4. Here's the thing, though, about Daytona. When you're in these 1987s, man, oh man, it is, I think I said it a lot last time, but it is so significantly different driving these cars than it is the current gen. You really gotta work it, especially when you're in a pack, to stay exactly where you are. And it looks like just like that, Cody Matthews is going to be finishing up his qualifying lap. 8 right here of James Ledford, of course, throwing it back to the Dale Earnhardt Sr. paint scheme. You got to love it. And, drivers are awarded points for getting those throwback paint schemes to kind of running as, maybe a certain driver. Maybe it's Bill Elliott, or, Dale Sr. And it's really cool to see. Some information about the track here today before we get started. 65 degrees for those fans in the stands. Might want to bring a jacket. Those winds are coming in from the ocean. However, it was pretty hot earlier, 83 degrees on the track, and that heat has not yet dissipated all the way. So we probably will see that temperature going down as we continue throughout tonight's race. 15% humidity. It's pretty cloudy. You can even see the clouds right there casting shadows on the track itself. And only 2-mile-per-hour wind. So really good right there for those throwback cars. 1987 Fords and Chevrolets looking to take the track here at Daytona. Just about halfway done with qualifying at this moment. Let me see right here. As Jeff No finishing up his lap. Joel Conley finishing up. And the thing is, half the field has not qualified yet. This is not something we have seen in the preseason races. When we were watching the preseason races, I almost would have to rush through parts of my stream just to get to the race grid as fast as possible because it would fly through it. That's not the case tonight. We have a ton of drivers come in kind of after the fact. I think maybe 2 today, 3 new drivers maybe. Not too sure, but we had a couple new people. They're not qualified yet, but I see some veterans in there as well. who have decided not to qualify. Going back to Tony in the blimp cam, as we have no drivers currently on the track. Some beautiful views of some stagnant water. What is it? We got an airport. We got a Daytona road course. We got it all here tonight. Who's ready to catch these 87s? Killing it here tonight at Daytona. Well, it might have been a 5-minute qualifying, and it is. It is only a 5-minute qualifying. 35 drivers looking to compete here tonight for the Throwback brand Daytona 175, sponsored by Ford Entertainment Group. Oh man, let's go see where they are at. Well, they haven't quite grid it happening. Well, here's your starting grid for tonight. It looks like Ryan Kelly in the 13. He's going to be starting things off at pole with Glenn Lawson right next to him. That's going to be the first row. James Slank, Jamie Haynes making it 34 during the qualifying session. Going to be starting that second row here tonight. Sean Garrett, Joel Conley starting in that third row with James Ledford, Bob Eldred, Lorenzo Malve, and Jacob Shoffett rounding up your top 10. Going through the rest of the field, we got Brendan Madonia right here in 11th with Jeff No right next to him in 12th. Cody Matthews, 21 Chevrolet, going to be sitting right there as well. The 89 of Charlie Mosley Jr., he'll be sitting in 14th for the start of tonight's race. 83 of Gary Eldred, he'll be starting in 15th with Brian Jackson. His Chevrolet is going to be sitting right next to him in 16th. Charles Phipps, Terrell Wheeler, Tyler Green, and Jason Babb going to be rounding up your top 20 drivers tonight. And as we go through, you can see where everybody else has qualified during the session. A lot of people deciding not to qualify, kind of trying to take the safe route before we get things going here at Daytona. CM Bama, how is it going, buddy? Great to see you in the chat. Hopefully you're having a fantastic night. Don't tell me this is happening. Well, it seems like SDK has decided it does not want to work. And we're going to be good to go right here. Formation lap for these drivers. Kind of going through the field, seeing what everybody has to work with. There is E30 right there. Chevrolet, All-Pro. Possibly going to get him a win here at Daytona. He started off strong, but we all know it only takes one. It only takes that one move to ruin your race. Oh, you gotta love SDK, guys. You gotta love it. SDK giving me some unfortunate problems right here, right before the race. It decided to go, even though I had it open forever today, working on today's race. Pace car currently on the track. 70 laps for these drivers here today. It's the first race of the season. You want to make your name known. A lot of these drivers and you know, people you have never raced with before. You've never maybe even talked to them. And now you're here racing for them. You don't even know their driving style. You don't know nothing. But right now, you know you're trying to take it home. Tonight at Daytona, the biggest race of the season. We start ours with the Super Bowl, as they say. And here we go. For the first time tonight, we're going Green Flag Racing for the Throwback Brand Cup Series. Man, oh man. I just want to see him coming around that corner. Right now, Glenn Lawson's going to be leading, but he has got a lot of company right here. Ryan Kelly in the 13. Gonna be
All right,
pushing
man,
to the
caution is
inside,
out.
and a
Caution
caution
is
is out. Caution is out. Oh, man. Already a caution has come out. Earth to Toe says, boogity, boogity, boogity. Looks like some of these drivers, unfortunately, couldn't handle it too far. Let's go see what happened right here. Atlanta Racing instant replay. What just caused it? Oh, man. And I think it might have happened a little bit before. Let's go check this out really quick. Atlanta Racing instant replay. We're going to be bringing it up a couple of cars. And I'm not too sure where that is occurring. It looks like with the 11. Huh. Let me go find the 11 real quick. That's going to be Charles Phipps. We're going to bring it back one more time. I don't know what just happened. I'm trying to get it from every angle, but man, oh man, can you guys tell? Looks like a huge pileup right here. We're going to go blimp cam. I still don't feel like maybe Jason Babb going off the track. No. I mean, it's almost like they both lost it at the same time. And then we see this huge pileup back here of all these drivers just trying to avoid the carnage. But that blimp cam view from Tony really just did it right there and showed you exactly what happened. Watch one more time. You see both of those drivers kind of come out and start spinning. Man, oh man, a huge wreck to start off the night here at Daytona. We're going to go back live. 29 to Roger Pierce heading down into pits, and it looks like Kevin Croft, Chris Bafke, and Sam Taylor will follow up with them as well. It's been a little weird over here on the SDK side. Of course, if you're a broadcaster, you know that SDK is, the software a lot of us use. But, it's showing like a couple of drivers I know aren't at the top of the pack. Showing them at the top, so a little weird. Earth to Free says, heck of a hit for Mr. Number 11. Let me tell you, I didn't expect to see a wreck that big in the first lap, but it does happen, as you just saw. Well, greatly appreciate everybody tuning into the race here tonight. Can't forget Ford Entertainment Group for being the sponsor of the Daytona 175 and the Throwback brand for being the sponsor of this season. Head on over to throwbackbrand.com. Get yourself some great apparel as the NASCAR season just beginning. Also, for Butt Kicker, being the sponsor of the points winner this season, we'll be getting a free Butt Kicker chair. If you don't know what a Butt Kicker chair is, it's basically a super awesome, almost like simulator haptic chair. Plug it in, and it gives you all the feelings of being in that car with all the, not all the madness of having, a full-blown big simulator. So, gotta love Butt Kicker. Barrett Man 0294 says limited tires. Any quick repairs? Yeah, they're only going to have one quick repair tonight. And you know what? Joe, do they have unlimited tires? Yeah. All right, yeah. So just got the news right there from the head honcho, Mr. Joe McAdory, that they do have unlimited tires, and I believe one quick repair here tonight. So that can, we've got 35 drivers starting tonight's race. Who knows how many will finish the actual race? On board right now, the 30 Chevrolet of Glenn Lawson. We head around to the back stretch. Really excited to see some, some draft in action, some group team action, some effort here tonight. I told you guys this last time, but in 1987, when these cars were at the track, Bill Elliott took home the win at Daytona, and he still holds the fastest lap in a qualifying lap. I believe it was 240. Talladega, we do have that car of available for you to go see in Dawsonville, Georgia at the Georgia Racing Hall of Fame. If you're ever in Dawsonville, Georgia, you got to do two things. You got to go to the Dawsonville Pool Hall. You got to go to the Georgia Racing Hall of Fame. Music's coming down as pace cars headed off the track. Guess what, guys? We're going racing at Daytona once again. Immediately, the 13 of Ryan Kelly is going to jump out to the outside. A little help from the 74 of James Slyke. Now seeing that Chevrolet of Kelly take it down low. Glenn Laza and Jamie Haynes right there as well. Let's go on board with Jamie Haynes as he is trying to fight his way to the top of the pack already. Special Ed says 8 months, take my money, Atlanta. Special Ed, you don't know how much I appreciate that, sir. Thank you so much for subscribing 8 months in a row. You might be the most subscribed person on my channel. Thank you so much. Sober David, how's it going, buddy? Great to see you as well. I've not spoken to you in quite some time. 53 to the outside now. 13 taking it down low with help from the 30 and the 17. 74 of James Slyke, though. He's got quite a good bit on second place of Kelly. Now looking back from your leader. Running good on that inside line, but it does look like a possible hiccup right here in the middle, maybe between the 8 of James Ledford and the 94 of Lorenzo Malve. Not too sure. But we're seeing Ledford in that 8 trying to take it to the inside and make something work. 94 coming down as well to make something work. Hope you guys are doing well. It was like the goal last year, and we didn't meet it. We're still on the road to 1,000 followers with Atlanta Racing here on Twitch. So if you haven't followed already, you enjoy this content, you want to see it all week, we got another league starting on Sunday for the American Elite Racing Series. You don't want to miss that ARCA. It's coming to you live Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as we now see the 13 and 74 battling it out for the lead. Let's get a good shot of these two cars on the back stretch right now. It's the Nintendo versus the Chicken Pit car. Oh my gosh, they are getting close. Here comes the 94, Lorenzo Malve, just up top. He doesn't have that much help, though. Seems like right now, these drivers are really loving to just run that outside and cut it down low when they see more cut. I mean, that's just racing for you, right? 8 trying to make a move as well. James Ledford, we're going to get a view right now on board with him as he is trying to take off that draft. Chicken Pit 74, James Slyke right in front of him. Yeah, Special Ed, I can tell you right now. Oh, whoa. 17 of Sean Garrett nearly got into the wall entering that turn. I believe that was turn 4 right there. He almost lost it, but he's going to stay with those top 2 drivers. But yeah, looking really competitive over there. A lot of competitive drivers in here are going to be racing over there as well. But we're talking, multiple Atlanta Racing Series champions racing in this. You're definitely going to have a good time. Here we go up top. They're almost going to go 3 wide, but they're going to line back up and play it smart. That's 17. I don't know if y'all have been noticing. He is loosey-goosey here tonight. Here's that look back from the 17. 13, Ryan Kelly still trying to make that move and gain those spots back here at the top. Let's go take a look at the rest of the field. 77 of Jeff No. Speaking of the American Elite Racing Series, he'll be racing for Atlanta Racing Motorsports along with Richard Rico and Tristan Bailey. That is going to be awesome. So if you're in the American Elite Racing Series, you don't have a team yet, and you want to be a part of Atlanta Racing Motorsports, you will be a part of the inaugural class of Atlanta Racing Motorsports. It'll be really the first time a team has run a full season, so it's really going to be exciting. A lot of action up here at the top as I get off topic. 94 of Lorenzo Malve still leads tonight's race. 17 though, Sean Garrett You can see he is right on that bumper, almost tapping him, but he knows. He knows. If he actually taps him, it could cause disaster for the entire field up here at the top. Well, we're going to go to Tony in the blimp cam. Tony has a great view of all the action here tonight, and you can see just how spread out these drivers are. You're currently looking at the 26th place drivers, but there is that main pack of about 16, 17 drivers, maybe even 20 taking it on here. Crossing start finish line. 12 out of 70 laps completed. Had that first caution. So far, you know what? I'm not going to risk it. I'm not doing the commentator's curse. I can't do it. I don't want to do it. You know? I don't. Sober David saying, sup, Tony. And Earth to Free saying,
Tony. That's what Tony talks. He talks like this.
But you know, Tony, he doesn't talk all too much. I'm not too sure why. Lot of action right here as that 13 has been relentless. And now the 94 of Mulvey is going to go up top to give the block on the 13. And this could get him extremely loose. He's got to be very careful. You're hitting 200 plus miles per hour. You're at the head of this pack. You're going to get loose. Okay? You're going to get loose. And whoa. We're seeing a couple of drivers now taking it way down. I'm not too sure what they're doing, but they're going to be taking it way down below the line for just a moment. Earth to Free says Tony's a quiet guy, but he does a great job with that blue. Hey, that's all that matters, right? That's why they hired him. Back up here at the top 17 is Sean Garrett. Has taken the lead here for the Throwback Brand Cup Series. Daytona 175, sponsored by Ford Entertainment Group. Able to get past Lorenzo Mulvey. Now the 21 of Cody Matthews looking to make a very similar move, trying to get on past Mulvey. Now on board with the 21 of Cody Matthews. Sober David says he's concentrating on his blimp duties. Yeah, man, it's you know what they say, it's hard out here for a blimp. You know, when you're trying to just get those camera angles for the rent. It's that easy. It is that easy. 17 and 94. Now pulling away just a bit from the rest of the pack. Side by side, entering turn one. And they're going to line back up. 94 trying to cut it to the inside and get past the 17. He's not going to have enough time as we exit turn two. Here they come down the backstretch, racing it out. And once again, you're going to see, oh my Lord, the 77 of Jeff No, doing a little blinking, but has come up to third place here tonight, almost out of nowhere. I did not see him coming up so fast. And those are some, if I must say so myself, some awesome gloves and shoes here on 77 of Missing Toe. Special Ed said he's quiet as long as he has his Diet Sprite. Brett Ferretman said, Lord help you if you give him a regular Sprite. Oh, you don't want to know what happens when you give Tony a regular Sprite. He didn't talk to me for 2 years, if that's any help. His mother wrote me a Christmas letter and said that Tony said should have been diet. That's all he said. He didn't say Happy Christmas, didn't say anything. All he said was should have been diet. I can't believe it. 94 getting a little loose as he looks to make that move to the outside. And here comes a 00 of Jacob Shuffett, pushing Jeff No back into fourth. Now the 00 is going to be the car you got to work with. And hey, I'm glad you guys finally see that some of y'all have this Diet Sprite. And then there's also the Tony. Yeah. There we go. I love it. I love that we have that now. Well, the 17's, been really interesting tonight. As we progressed through the race, he definitely was loose on those fresh tires, but we've gotten a little bit further in. He seems to be getting more comfortable. He's making some more money moves. But look at that 94 really pushing on the back of the 17. Gets him a little bit loose. You can see those back ends. And I think the 94, he was like, hey, I'm going to back off for just a moment. Maybe work with the 00 of Jacob Schaffet a little bit more, and we could get past him. But I'm not going to risk it for the biscuit right now. Special ad, it should be if you are a subscriber. Or, yeah, if you're a subscriber, I think. Maybe. I think that's... No! I don't know. You should have gotten them. I don't know. But I'll tell you right now, one thing I know is that 94 is a bullet. I mean, he is really... If I'm the 17 looking in my mirror and I see the 94 of Lorenzo behind me, I'm going to be worried. He was cut down to the inside trying to make a move. It didn't work. About to go into turn one. Doing the same thing, but to the outside. Doesn't work. He's making a move at any attempt he can. Any time. Any little bit of gap he sees. He is trying to get in there. And as they bring it to the line here at Daytona, we're going to have 50 laps to go. And I'm telling you, look right here. You see, if I'm the 17, all I see is a 94 coming up quick. Oh, my Lord. 77 of Jeff No is going to get hit just a bit and passed. We're going to go to the Atlanta Racing Instant Replay, and I'm mainly going to be doing this if Jeff No comes back and wants to see what just happened. Maybe I can see it right here, Atlanta Racing Instant Replay. What just happened to Jeff No? Oh, man, it looks like he was blinking, and that could have been what happened. Here we go, coming into the turn. We're watching that 77. Yeah, not too sure. Not too sure what happened right there with Mr. No, but... Oh, man. Earth to Free throwing up right there. The crash. Don't jinx it, Earth to Free. Don't jinx it. So far, even though we had that caution at the very start, we've been good to go. And look at the battle right here. Top 5, pushing it at Daytona. This is the first win of the season, but it's everybody's first win of the season. 94, coming to the inside. Lorenzo Malve looking to make a move. He's not going to have time. 17, cuts back in front. 21 of Cody Matthews, falling into 4th place. Garrett, Malve, Schaffet, Matthews, Kelly, your top 5 drivers. On board with the 21 of Cody Matthews, making his way around the track. And it looks like we are beginning to come up on some lap traffic. Earth to Free, it's all good, you know. Everybody knows there's the commentator's curse, so I just try to not put in any bad, Juju, what is it, Mojo? I don't know. I don't know which one it is. But I'm just trying not to put any bad vibes into the drivers. Back up here at the top. It's been a race all night, it seems like, between Sean Garrett and Lorenzo Malve. 17-94, both Chevrolets up here, taking it out of turn 2, like we said earlier. Coming up to some lap traffic, and luckily that lap car is going to go down below the double yellow line and let these drivers complete tonight's race and go on by, not really messing anything up. AZ Oaks King, what's up, my buddy? How's it going? Great to see you back here again today. I saw you earlier on my other stream, so really happy to see you back. Earth Free says bad juju, I think. Yeah, maybe that's it. And Special Ed throwing up all the emotes here tonight for Atlanta Racing. Greatly great. We got 38 people in here tonight. Greatly appreciate you guys all tuning in for this Throwback Series action. Everybody loves these 1987s. I love them, and I am so excited that, Mr. Joe McAdory asked me to come up along. 17, speaking up, come up along to the inside. 94 with some big-time help. 00 of Jacob Shoffett. And I wouldn't be surprised soon if Jacob goes to make a move to the top for himself. In the 21 of Cody Matthews somehow. Whoa, no! 94 of Lorenzo Mulvey into the wall. And that's going to be a single car incident right here for Lorenzo. No caution is out. And for a contender up here for the entire race, pushing so many laps as first. Oh my gosh, I hate it for him so much. Well, the 17 of Sean Garrett is thanking his lucky stars right now. The Lorenzo Mulvey is no longer a threat. However, we're not even halfway through tonight's race. That will come at lap 35, just 10 laps from now. But right now, it's at 00, looking to the back of the 17 in a big-time battle, side-by-side action with Ryan Kelly and Cody Matthews. Let's go get a great picture. There's James Ledford in the 8, as well as the 77 of Jeff No. Earth to Free says no caution. Well, Earth to Free, it was a single car incident. Unlucky for Lorenzo Mulvey, but lucky for these drivers. Lorenzo did not hit anybody else, so no caution came out. Jeff No right here, currently in 6th place, racing the 77 Chevrolet here at Daytona International Speedway. And as KT Designs, it says on the back of his car. So yeah, AZO's king. Earth to Free says, man, just went through his windshield, but we'll keep it green. Yeah, I feel like in real life that probably would have been a caution just because. And a caution comes out. A caution is going to come out, and possibly that is going to come from race control. Let me look at my, oh no, it's not. Let me go check right here. Atlanta Racing Instant Replay. You're watching the 5 of Brendan Madonia. Just happened right here. We're going to get maybe a little bit better view. Go to Tony in the blimp cam. Tony's always got those views. You know, he's got the views. Everybody's jealous of Tony's views. Yeah, I'm not too sure what just happened. Trying to get a good look, and it really looks like possibly that the 83 cut down and some drivers locked up their brakes, and that caused them to unfortunately, start spinning out stuff. I'm trying to get the best view possible. Let's see. Yeah, there's a little view right there for you. From the drone cam, unfortunately, that's what it's looking like. Yeah, it looks like the 83 lost it. The 5 tried to stop. Cisco car got into him. Hardy's car, he almost got him, but just avoided it. Who just did that? Special Ed, redeeming right there. Toasty from Mortal Kombat. You love to see it. Grandpa Cowie, what is up, dude? Great to see you here, saying let's go no. AZO's King saying let's go Jeff, get on up there. Man Earth to Free saying way to keep her clean through the spin. And Tony Special Ed says 2 cars collide, 1 spun, and we are seeing our first trip down to pits. Pit stop indicator at the bottom of your screen. Looks like the 17 of Sean Garrett will lead the pack down. He'll have a pretty good stall almost to the end. We'll have a couple of drivers, including Ryan Kelly, who has the best position off of pit row. Let's see where these drivers end up. Gonna be a race off of pit row. Thank you so, 2 people just followed me. Grandpa Cowie and Karen M127. Thank you guys so much for the follow. Greatly appreciate it, as the 74 of James Slyke will win the race off pit row. 13 of Ryan Kelly right behind him, as well as the 17 of Sean Garrett will be starting third at the second restart. Glenn Lawson, and Jamie Haynes, all right there, going to be top 5. So a lot of great drivers going up there to the top of the pack for the restart. Road to 1,000 is exactly right, Sober David. Thank you so much, Sober David. Yeah, Road to 1,000. If you haven't followed Atlanta Racing, you know, once I hit 1,000, I'm not going to be doing this anymore. I just want to hit 1,000. So if you haven't followed me already, hit that follow on Twitch. We are only 90 away, if you can believe it or not. 90 from 1,000. That's so fantastic, guys. Thank you so much for that. Earth to Free, throwing up the rock symbol. You gotta love it. Speaking of rock, I wonder if Rock NASCAR is watching here. Wonder. Rock NASCAR, everybody's NASCAR dad, per se. Well, Jamie Haynes, very interesting, and Joel Conley, teammates right there. They're going to be headed down the pits together, trying to maybe make some teamwork for Southern Canadian Racing. Earth to Free says he's in the chat even if he's not present right now. Oh, Rock NASCAR. Well, the thing about Rock is I think he said it before, but he has like all these monitors, and he'll watch like a ton of races at one time, and kind of like, you know, he'll be watching them all at once, but I think he'll focus his attention, like he'll go from one to one to one and kind of, you know, chat a little one, chat a little another. But yeah, love to see it. Thanks for being here, everybody, tonight at Daytona International Speedway. Once again, big shout out to Butt Kicker for being the point sponsor of this season. Ford Entertainment Group for sponsoring this Daytona 175. And of course, Throwback Brand. Head on over to throwbackbrand.com. They are the sponsor of this season. And get your throwback apparel. NASCAR season. Paints on off at Daytona this Sunday. If you don't count the flag. You know, it's funny, NASCAR called me today. They said, Atlanta, we've got some good news. I said, what is it, NASCAR? They said, listen, we've officially declared you, after an appeal, the winner at the LA Coliseum. I said, I can't believe it.
Green flag.
As we're going green flag racing once again. I couldn't believe it. I was so excited. Went to Bojangles, got me a chicken biscuit. 2 hours later, I get a call and they say, Atlanta, I'm sorry. We're actually going to give the win back to Joey. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it at all. James Sly taking the track around, cars around track here tonight. As that is a tongue twister if you ever want to say it. Ryan Kelly, Sean Garrett, Glenn Lawson, and Jordan Shepler. I always want to say Shelper for some reason. You know, a ton of action behind your leader. That is Sean Garrett right there on that back bumper. Oh boy, is he getting close, and he looks like he might try to make a move to the inside. The highs and lows of Atlanta racing, you gotta love it. And Sober David says he can take the track around too. I haven't said this in so long, but I used to always say, now we've got, you know, you got drivers in a race car here tonight. The race car drivers on a racetrack, in a race car, on a racetrack with race car drivers here at a racetrack, in race cars, driving at a racetrack. They got 4 tires, they're turning left, and they might turn right. I used to say that. I used to say it in court. If you have been listening to my broadcast for long enough, you know I used to say that there would be corn dogs on the speedway. Watch out. In turn 1, somebody has dropped multiple corn dogs. It has caused quite the grease stain, and these drivers trying to avoid it at Daytona. Well, Sean Garrett really seems to be putting in that practice. He has led so many laps here tonight, and the fact that Lorenzo Malve is now back all the way in 19th, down 10 spots. Started in 9th here tonight, got all the way to the top, and then that unfortunate incident we saw earlier just took him right out. Well, the top 10 drivers seem to be really liking to be bunched up. They are getting very close to going 3 wide right here. That 30 and 3 better watch it as the 33 of Jordan Scheffler comes up the inside with a little help from the 8. And now we might see it. Ryan Kelly coming up to Sean Garrett in the 8 of James Ledford. Both of these drivers have had really strong cars all tonight, but haven't been able to lead too many laps, if not any laps, here at Daytona. And you can really see as we're on board how fast they're getting on the back straightaway. 212 right here at the top. Imagine what it is at the back of the pack. Well, you don't have to imagine. Let's go back to Roger Pierce, as he might pick up a lot more speed as he starts heading out of turn 4.
All right, man. Caution is out.
Oh,
Caution
and the
is
wreck!
out.
Big time wreck! Hold on, we're gonna go see where that just happened. Oh man, I think a lot of these, oh, there's a tire. Tire is wheeling on down the back stretch. Go to the Atlanta Racing instant replay really quick and see what just happened. I am not too sure at all. 44 definitely locking up the brakes right there. Oh, and there was an incident in front of him. Let's go see if we can't see it right here. Oh, yeah. Big time right there. Who is that between? A little hard to tell. Oh, it's going to be between the 8. Is that the 88, I believe? Michael York. So let's go take a look one more time. Right here, Michael York getting very loose, it looks to be. Tire flying off. He's going to have another car involved. Everybody trying to avoid it, and it looks like that is going to be, who is that? Oh, man, the 77 of Jeff No involved in that. Seems to be a fan favorite in the chat. Oh, my gosh, I hate that for them so much. Let's go one more time and see. You can see Jeff just had nowhere to go. He was running that high line, and 88 just came up right in front of him. We're going to try one more time to get a better view. Let's see what happened right here. This is going to be the moment that we see what happened. Watch that 88. Please tell me I didn't go too far back. I think I went pretty far back. Then we're going to watch it for a second, because I want to see exactly what just went, what happened. I couldn't really tell. And I was pretty much right. 88 getting loose into the turn. He's going to try to recover it right there. He's going to shoot it down and then come straight up into that outside wall. Man, hate to see it for those drivers. Well, a ton of drivers are actually down into pit, so we're going to bring back that pit stop indicator at the bottom of your screen. Sean Garrett deciding to stay out. Ryan Kelly, James Ledford, Glenn Lawson, and Cody Matthews. Pretty much your top 10 drivers going to be staying out here as they just went down into pits. It looks like most of everybody else headed out of pits as well. Barrett Mance's lost front end, hit the wall, got sent down. Yep, that's a pretty good explanation. Yep. Hate to see it for him. Well, they have completed over half the laps here tonight for the Throwback brand season opener. Presented by as well 312 Motorsports. They are the parent group of the Throwback brand Cup Series. And it looks like we are going to have just about 31, 32 laps remaining in tonight's race when we do hit A green flag once again. 17-13 going to be your first row with the 8-30. Going to be sitting right behind him in row 2. 21-74. That's going to be Cody Matthews and James Slight. Never mind, Tyler Green. Going to be that third row. Alpha York saying rip. Man, I hate it. Man says these cars are so tight a lot of the time. Yeah, I'm telling you. That's what I said at the beginning of tonight's broadcast is, these are so different from the Cup Series cars that you may have raced in iRacing before. It's just tremendously different. Well, we're going to try to get some interviews after today's race with the top 3 drivers. So following the finish, be sure to stick around for those interviews. As well on Sunday, the American Elite Racing Series, the ARCA Series presented by Atlanta Racing, coming to you with the season opener as well. You don't want to miss it, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, only on Atlanta Racing on Twitch. Looks like the pace car is going to be headed off the track for this, very second. Could come back on. You don't know. You hope it doesn't, but it's always a possibility here at Daytona. And here they come once again for the restart. Single file restart. Let's go racing once again at Daytona for the Daytona 175, sponsored by the Ford Entertainment Group. Ryan Kelly is going to jump in front of the 17 of Sean Garrett and claim that top spot. 17 is going to be itching to get back up there. 30 of Glenn Lawson making that move up to third. James Ledford and Cody Matthews right there as well. This top pack has been like this all night, bunched up like a bunch of roses. I don't know what to say. Well, looks like another lap car going to be sitting there and letting those drivers head on by. It is a battle up here at the top as the 17 of Sean Garrett has fallen back into fourth place. Now the 30 of Glenn Lawson and Ryan Kelly are right where they started this race here tonight. First and second. Cody Matthews in third, up 10 spots. Sean Garrett up 1 spot here tonight. He started in fifth. But Jordan Shepler, he's the one to talk about. He started in 24th here tonight, up 19 spots. And he has now just taken over fourth place. What a move up here. And I can tell you, I mean, look at these drivers, how packed they are, doubled up going into the turn. I love going just a little early so you can just hear them coming from nothing. That you know, you love to hear it. I love to hear it. I think most people like to hear that. 44 out of 70 laps completed here tonight at Daytona International Speedway. Ryan Kelly, 13. He's gotten up here in front of the 17. Sean Garrett pushed him all the way back to 5th. Lots of lead changes here at Daytona, which is customary at a track like this. But man, I have not seen, these drivers. I've not seen a group run this well in the 87s in a long time. Probably never. Especially when they're so new to each other. Knock on synthetic wood. As he 33 now with Jordan Scheffler giving a move to the outside. 13 Ryan Kelly trying to hold him off, but he's going to have the momentum and the help behind him. As we come to 26 laps to go, crossing the line, they are pushing down on that inside. Nose to nose, but with a slight advantage, headed on over to the 13. Nobody wanting to take that outside, but they're going to disperse onto the back stretch, giving a little bit more of a push to the 33. He'll have the advantage until we head into the turn. Kelly now having to deal with the 17 of Sean Garrett once again on his bumper. 17 moving through the field fast, and a caution is out. Caution is out. And if it looks like I am correct, the 38 of Bob Eldrin maybe have been involved. Let's go take a look at the Atlanta Racing Instant Replay really quick. And it looks like he was actually in front of Bob. Oh, man. Oh, Gary, yeah, in the 83. So we're going to go back to the yellow flag. That 43 going up into the wall didn't help. That was the 43 of Sammy Harrell. It's so much mayhem right there. There it is right there. Hate to see it for him. Hate to see it. Let's go back live. A couple of drivers heading down into pits. We'll bring that up at the bottom of your screen. Sober David saying that looked like a really nasty hit. Yeah, really, really hard hit. 43, just, man, I don't know. That really stinks. But it is going to allow an opportunity for some of these drivers to head down into pits, maybe get some fresh tires, some fuel, whatever they're looking for. Thing is, we're running out of time. It's going to be about almost 21, 22 laps to go when we hit the restart. I drink so much water when I broadcast. I'm telling you. Well, Sean Garrett and Cody Matthews are going to stay out. But it looks like the 00 Ford of Jacob Shoffett will win the race off pit road. Tyler Green, Trevor Robertson, Jason Babb, Roger Pierce, Glenn Laws, and Ryan Kelly, and Jordan Scheffler going to be your top 10 drivers. We hit the restart in just one moment. Well, the pace car is yet to turn off those pearly yellows here at Daytona International Speedway. 17 is Sean Garrett, having a really great night in that tied Chevrolet. He's been pushed to the back, come to the front, push to the back, come to the front. We thought we were going to see possibly another driver up here winning it. Ryan Kelly has fallen back to 9th. Lorenzo Mulvey, has fallen to 18th, so he has gained 1 spot. Pace car turning off those pearly yellows will be at lap 49 out of 70 when we hit that line in just a moment. Barney's getting ready to wave that green flag, and we are ready for him to do it. Ready for some more Throwback Brand Cup Series action here live with Atlanta Racing. Well, drivers, Sean Garrett and Cody Matthews lined up right here, first and second in a single file restart. Pace car going back down the pits once again. 49 out of 70 laps completed at Daytona International Speedway. Who will win the Super Bowl of racing?
Green flag, green
Here
flag.
in sunny southern Florida. Let's
All
go,
right, man,
Ray!
caution is out. Caution is out.
Never mind, caution is back out. What just happened? Looks like Josh Oxendine and Jeff No maybe got in a crash. Let's see what happened right here. Oh, and it looks like the 77 having some connection issues right there. Blinking in and out. The 63 maybe didn't see him and came in a little too hot and close. And that just caused both drivers to spin out. So, yeah, we'll be back under caution once again. That was Earth to Free. Yeah. Gonna definitely need a Diet Sprite after that one. Well, it's going to look like a little bit of a different scenario for these drivers. They're going to have less than 20 laps now to fight for that top spot here at Daytona. Pretty much everybody that needed to go down into pits just did it. But we'll just take these laps around. Well, once again, thank you to everybody for tuning in here tonight. Had a ton of great everybody slowing the heck down. What the heck? Okay. There we go. Wait for that pace car to come out, I'm guessing. It had to make its way down pits and then come right back out. So, a little bit of a delay right there. We apologize, folks, but getting back lined up here and ready to do some green flag racing. Just a mishap right there with internet connection, unfortunately, with Jeff No. Just brought the caution flag right back out. Nothing he can really do about it. You know, it happens to all of us. It's happened to multiple cars here tonight. You know, it's kind of on each other. If you see it happening, to let them know and try to avoid scenarios like we just saw. Caution light still on. 17 is Sean Garrett, still on his A game. Still up here leading the pack. Cody Matthews right behind him. Jacob Schaff in third. Tyler Gritney fourth. And Trevor Robertson in fifth place here tonight, as we're looking to regroup after a nasty restart. Had to mute the mic real quick, just sneeze. And I only sneeze like 6 times in a row, so kind of annoying if you're not moving. I'm just used to one time, never forget it. 6th grade, Mr. Porter's class, English class. And I've, like, my family knows, fiance, everybody knows her family, like, I sneeze like 5-6 times in a row, maybe more. And this man told me if I sneezed one more time, I was going to the office. How are you going to tell a kid if he sneezes, he's going to the office? And they weren't fake sneezes. They were real sneezes. Anyway, yes, I digress. Back to the action here tonight. Pace car has turned off those lights, which can mean one thing only. We're going super speedway racing once again here at Daytona. We've already told you the top drivers about 30,000 times, so I'm not going to tell you again. But that 17 will be leading the pack. That's all I'll say, too. Trying to get some friction on those tires, warm them up. A couple of drivers doing that. Like I said, less than 20 laps to go. Special ed, let me tell you, I have a lot of educators in my family that work in where I was going to school. So I did not want to do anything to get myself in trouble because there is no calling mom. There's go to your mom's class. Email your mom. Tom need another dice brighter. Is he good? Tony, you doing good up there, buddy? Oh yeah, he's doing good. We had him a DJI Phantom deliver him some Diet Sprite and Gabagoo before we got going. So I'm hoping he's good to go. I got him the Sam's Club's pack. 21 and Cody Matthews heading on down. Whoa, what just happened? Where did this thing go? Oh man, I think the 17 is Sean Garrett lost connection to the race. Oh, that is so unfortunate. 00 of Jacob Schaff now sending it to the inside. 2 of Tyler Green looking to make the move as well. And now the 21 been pushed back to third. Ferretman says, Tony. Oh my gosh, man. Oh man. Tony.
How's it going, guys?
Tony. Man, oh man, is that 21 pushing the 2, and he's going to push him as they go to the outside. He's going to take it down to the inside. Oh, and we got a crash. We got a crash. Oh man, 7, 88, 18, and 1. 2 ones inside. Infinity said, dude, my computer crashed. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Sean, that's what I figured. Oh my gosh, dude, I'm so sorry, dude. Leading tonight's race. What a good race. Oh, man. Let's go the Atlanta race against the replay. If we can see what happened right here. Oh, no. Tony, you didn't give me any views, dude. Let's check it. Oh, and here we go. There's the action. Maybe a little bit of a lag spike right there with the 7. Into the 18. The 1's going to get involved as well. Oh, and there goes the 88. Hate to see it right there for these drivers. Well, caution will come back out here once again. We head to your new leader, the 00 of Jacob Schaffet, as it looks like the I just can't believe 17 of Sean Garrett. Computer crashed and Barrett Man says cautions breed cautions, I guess. Yeah, they really do. They really do. One of these drivers is going to earn themselves a boom shakalaka here tonight in Daytona. Looking to be about 14 laps to go when we get back to the restart once again. Hopefully we have a great, shootout right here in these last 10 laps, 15 laps. So. Earth to Free telling Sean, you'll get him next time, champ. Yeah, Sean, you had an amazing race here tonight. Nothing to, hold your head down about. You got the whole season ahead of you, man. The whole season. Let's see if the pace car turns off those pearly yellows. Yep, we're going to be green flag racing next time around. 15 laps to go here at Daytona International Speedway. 00 Jacob Shoffitt will lead this pack around for the single file restart. And remember, we'll be doing interviews hopefully after this race, so be sure to stick around and that. Once again, thanks to our sponsors, Butt Kicker, being the point sponsor for this season, Ford Entertainment Group, being the sponsor of the Daytona 175, and Throwbackbrand.com, sponsor of this season. Music's coming down as we're about to go green flag racing once again. And it looks like they will actually be doubled up here for this race. Pace cars off the track.
Green flag, green flag.
And let's go racing once again at Daytona International Speedway. To go, 00. Uh-oh. Jeff No has crashed. 77 right there. Single car incident once again. And now, getting some help from the two, and the caution is out. Caution is out once again, and I'm guessing for the crash involving Mr. Jeff No. Watching that 77. Just gets into the 74, spins him. 74 able to hold on to him. It sends the 77 up into the wall. Well, this is changing strategies up for these drivers time after time. Let me tell you, when you think you're about to have, 15 laps, now you're about to have close to 10, maybe 9 laps remaining in this race, and a caution could come out again. You got to be weary. You've got to have multiple scenarios that you can kind of work with on how to make your way up to the front. Fairman says, welcome to Highway Simulator 2022. It's made by EA. It's an EA Sports. EA Sports. It's in the farm simulator. Yeah, Sean, if you're still in here and want to do a quick interview after the race, you're more than welcome. Don't usually do too long into interviews, only because I do work pretty much. And ECR Kool-Aid with the 100-bit donation. Holy schmack. Thank you so much, sir. Greatly appreciate that, Mr. Kool-Aid, a.k.a. Joel Conley. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, the pace car has turned off those pearly lights. Hello, Jacob NASCAR. How you doing tonight, buddy? Oh, my God. Dude, I literally got Sling TV because it's one of the only services that offers Laugh TV. And that's who does reruns of Home Improvement. I've got 50 hours of Home Improvement recorded. But ECR Kool-Aid redeeming the from Tim Allen in Home Improvement. Music's coming down as we're about to go racing. Thank you so much once again, Kool-Aid, for those 100 bits. Cody Matthews in the 21 will be taking this pack around for the restart. Jacob NASCAR saying just hopping by. Well, NASCAR Jacob 88 said that totally backwards. Thank you, sir, for hopping by. Hope you're having a great night down in Florida. Well, as they come to lap 60, or I believe the 5th restart of tonight, the Chattanooga Chew 21 Chevrolet will be sending it out the gun. 00 Jacob Shoffitt right
Ring,
behind. Let's go racing for the Throwback brand Daytona 175 here live tonight on Atlanta Racing. 10 laps to go. Adrenaline's pumping. Everybody's trying to make their way to the front, including the 00 who makes the move to the inside once again. But will the 2 of Tyler Green be there to help him? Oh, Tyler getting super loosey-goosey right here, going on to the cam of Tyler Green. inside line, gaining momentum. Oh my gosh, the 21 of Cody Matthews is going to cut it thinner than a slice of bread. Getting down into third, cutting off the 6 of Trevor Robertson. 00 thinking about one thing, and that is victory lane here. The first race of the season. It's a season opener, and then 00 gets loose. 00, your leader, trying to maintain control out of turn 2. He's going to cause a wreck. Trevor Robertson flying off the speedway. No caution is going to come out. And that is going to shake up the field. The 2 of Tyler Green is now your leader. And Ryan Kelly back up to the top. Cody Matthews looking to reclaim it with 8 laps to go at the line. 21 is looking like a bullet. The 2 is going to fall back, and now it's going to be a race between 2 Chevrolets, Ryan Kelly and Cody Matthews. But don't discount the 30 of Glenn Lawson. He's right there as well. Tons of action up here at the top. 44 now trying to take that inside line. Nobody has had much luck at all. Oh, and we got a big wreck out of turn 2! Holy crap! Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, let's go to the Atlanta Racing Instant Replay and see just what happened. Talk about right place at the right time. Looks like the 00 in the 3 get into it. Then the 96 comes along as well and hits them. Yeah, so it looks like 00 got loose under his own accord. Take it back one more time and wide. Yeah, well, got loose, got into the 3, and then kind of collects a couple drivers right behind him. Oh, not fun for anybody. Not fun for anybody. Oh man, well 13 Ryan Kelly is going to be your current leader as we get closer and closer to the end of tonight's race. Gone out of Discord really quick. All right, well, we should be good to go for interviews after tonight's race. Special Ed says, there goes a tire again. Infinity says, but what a race. I should be up there. Yeah, you really should be. You really should be. Technology always fails us when it's, least convenient. Ryan Kelly started this race at the top. Started at pole. He's now exactly where he started. He's got a super, super fast car in that Nintendo Chevrolet. But he's only going to have 3 to 4 laps to lock in that victory. Always so weird when people call me like Mr. my last name because well, music's coming down as it looks like we will have 3 laps to go. It's going to be a 3-lap shootout. If we do have another caution before the white flag comes out, we will have a green, white, checkered. I don't know how many opportunities we have at those. I've unfortunately already disconnected from the admin Discord with Joe McAdory. Big shout out to Joe he is the man behind the scenes, pulling all the strings, making all of this happen. So from every driver and from me, Atlanta, Joe, thank you so much for everything you do for this league. It wouldn't be here without you, that's for one thing. And I know all these guys respect the heck out of you and appreciate everything you do. (13, 21 and 30), Ryan Kelly, Cody Matthews, and Glenn Lawson. Top 3 drivers as we have 3 laps to go at Daytona International Speedway. What will happen in these next final
green
race
flag.
moments? Barney waves a green flag and we're back into the action. Oh man, they are, oh no! The 44 of Joel Conley trying to make a money move, sends it off the track and completely destroys his car. But no caution is out. We all know they're wrecking up here at the front. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Oh, I thought he saved it. With 2 to go.
Right, man,
Caution is out.
out.
We're going to green, white, checker. And that is going to be a huge wreck for these drivers right at the finale of tonight's race. And you know, I think it all stemmed from everybody started getting antsy when Joel Conley unfortunately went off the track. Here's the view up here at the top. 21 gets into the 33. They go into the inside. They start trying to recover. 33 hits the front of the 2. That's going to mess him up and check everybody up. Everybody trying to avoid it. And then the 21 comes back up into the pack. Everybody slamming into on their brakes. Oh my Lord. It is like It is like being in a dogfight. Insane in the midbrain. Cypress Hill once said, Ryan Kelly remaining your leader with Glenn Lawson right behind him. We're under caution once again. Going to green, white, checkered here tonight at Daytona. Aaron M says, boy. Yeah, boy, oh boy is right. I know these drivers, they want to win, but also want to finish tonight's race. Hopefully not involved in a huge wreck. Pace car still has those lights on. But remember, with a green, white, checkered, if you're not familiar with it, drivers will have 2 laps to go. If they complete that first lap and the white flag comes out, that first driver across the start-finish line, any caution, not matter. ECR Colate says, well, I wasn't clear. Yeah, I saw you trying to make that money move, man. It definitely would have been cool if it worked. But, you know, you get points for trying. Looking a little foggy right there, smoky. The pace car has turned off those pearly yellows. Driver's going to attempt to complete tonight's race at Daytona International Speedway for the Throwback brand Daytona 175. Tonight's race is sponsored by Ford Entertainment Group. We'll give them a follow over on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and whatever social media platform you might use. Trying to get, you know, maybe a iRacing rig, UPC. They're the ones to help you out. Music's coming down as we are about to go green flag racing. Hopefully this is the last restart of the night. 13. Ryan Kelly going to be leading the pack around once again. Tinted Views, dude, I haven't seen you forever. How's it going, buddy? Great to see you. Great to see you here at the finale of this season opening race at Daytona. Pace car is about to head down the track. There goes that pace car. 13 shooting out the gun. Let's go racing at Daytona International Speedway. Well, shooting it out the gate right here. Glenn Lawson trying to take it away from Ryan Kelly as they enter turn 3. They're going to be pushing down to the inside. Not too much help up top. And all they have to do is make it to the line, and this will be the end of tonight's race. Here comes a 53 of Jamie Haynes. White flag is out at Daytona. 10-car pack. Running down the leader of Ryan Kelly. Jamie Haynes pushing that inside line. Trying to make it work on the last lap. And they are going to be 3 wide right here on the back stretch. Ryan trying to do everything he can to hold him off. Jamie Haynes coming up quick in the wrecking behind him. 53 of Jamie Haynes. trying to take the win away. Does he have enough time? It's going to be a nose-to-nose finish. Ryan Kelly beating Jamie Haynes just by a 1/10 of a second at Daytona. What a finale for tonight's race. Let's get your final race results. Ryan Kelly taking home the win. Jamie Haynes nearly having it right there at the end, but didn't have enough momentum up top. James Ledford in third, Brian Jackson in fourth, Jacob Shoffman in fifth, Brendan Madoni, in sixth, Tyler Green seventh, Donald Baldwin in eighth, Michael York in ninth, and Glenn Lawson in 10th here tonight. Go through the rest of your drivers as well on your screen so you can see just where they ended up. Maybe not. Never mind. All right. Well, hopefully right now we're going to get a post-race interview with your top three drivers. So let's go see if anybody is in the chat yet. And there it is right there. Let me go back. What am I doing, dude? Ryan Kelly burning down the house here tonight at Daytona 175. He is going to receive the big time boom shakalaka from Atlanta Racing, your winner for the Throwback Brand Cup Series. What a win right here from Kelly. Heck of a finish is right, man. Heck of a finish. All right, well, we got the interview waiting room open for these drivers. Letting Ryan Kelly enjoy his moment burning down the house. He is in there right now with James Ledford. I believe one of his teammates who came in third here tonight, Jamie Haynes from Southern Canadian Racing. Oh, we got Jamie in here right now. Jamie, you got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, I got you, big guy.
Oh my gosh, dude, what a finish here at Daytona. You almost had it there at the end. How do you feel like your race went tonight?
Oh, I messed up whenever I pitted one time and I got so far back I couldn't get back to the front. So I finally made it back up there and Ben Talladega got a won.
Man, I'm telling you, dude, I swear, I thought you had it there. If it would have been one more lap, you might have won tonight's race. But what a push up there to the top, especially at the end. You really gave it all you got, especially with your teammate ACR Kool-Aid kind of trying to take that risky move down to the bottom and then ended up really slamming into the wall in the back stretch. But anything you feel like you could have done better, Jamie, maybe you would do different if you raced at Daytona again in these cars?
I wish I'd have cut low on him, but I didn't want to run into his side coming across the line, and I didn't want to win it that way. I was trying to just outrun him, but I could have done that. But I mean, other than that, I'll take second all day long.
Well, heck of a race from you tonight, Jamie. Greatly appreciate you hopping in the interview booth to talk with us after the race, and big congrats on second, man. Still got a whole season ahead of you.
Appreciate it, big guy.
All right, well, that was Jamie Haynes, your second place driver here tonight. James Ledford coming in third here. James, you got a copy, buddy?
I got you.
James, what a race from you here tonight. How do you feel like it went for you at Daytona?
I'm really happy to finish third because of all the cautions. I didn't think I was going to get there.
Yeah, and that's, I said it during the stream. I said these drivers are going to be constantly changing up their game plan. If we keep having all these cautions, you think you got 20, then you think you got 15, 10, now you got 3 laps left. So it can definitely mess with you. But, I asked the same question to Jamie Haynes. Anything maybe you would have done better or maybe different next time you race these cars at Daytona?
I don't think I would have done anything else. I was just kind of being patient on the long runs and just trying to run the inside most of the time.
Yeah, that inside line was definitely the preferred line tonight. Saw a couple of times Pax really took the outside, and, as soon as you head into the turn, everybody's trying to go down low again. But anything else from you tonight, James, you want to say? Any words?
I would just thank Throwback Brand Cup Series for making this series, and all the sponsors.
Yeah, definitely. Ford Entertainment Group, Butt Kicker, and Throwback Brand coming in clutch here for the Throwback Brand Cup Series tonight at Daytona. James, thank you so much, sir, for giving us a little bit of your time after tonight's race. Big congrats on third place, and best of luck the rest of your season.
Thanks. It was a really fun race.
Definitely was, man. Have a great night, James.
All right.
All right, well, still waiting for Ryan Kelly to come up here. Let me see if I can move him up here real quick. Mr. Ryan, you got a copy, sir?
Yes, sir.
Man, big congrats. You took home the win for the season opener Throwback Brand Cup Series. How are you feeling right now?
Yeah, I'm excited. It was a good race, and yeah, a lot of cautions there at the end. Didn't know if I'd be able to hang on to the lead, but happy the way it turned out.
Well, I mean, it almost didn't, turn this way. Jamie Haynes right there at the end, coming up to your outside, almost beating you out. What was going through your mind when you saw Jamie coming up so quick?
Yeah, well, in the practice race we did, it was the other way around, and I kind of got into him coming to the line, so I didn't know if it was gonna come back to bite me. But yeah, he kept it clean, and it was a great finish.
Yeah, super great race. That was one thing Jamie said too. He was trying to keep it clean. He didn't want to win wrecking somebody, and that's part of the reason I respect Jamie and a lot of you guys so much, because you're out here to have fun, but you're not out here to just play bumper cars. So
Yeah, definitely.
really big congrats here to you tonight, Ryan. I would say, I asked the other drivers anything you would have done different, but I know there's nothing you would have done different because you won the race. So what an awesome night for you at Daytona. It's a huge race. And anything else you want to say to the crowd out there before we get going here tonight?
Yeah, just thanks to the sponsors of the league, the Throwback brand, for sponsoring the Throwback cars, and also thanks to the Ford Performance Group. And even though I'm in a Chevy, but yeah, and thanks to James too, who was my teammate tonight. I know he said coming to the line, he dove low there to try and give me some drift, so that could have been the bumper I needed.
Yeah, I saw you guys in the same chat, and I was like, well, at least I got, two teammates in top three. So really great job from you guys tonight. Wish you the best of the luck the rest of the season and next race. And now, though, there's a target on your back. Everybody's going to want to beat Ryan.
All right, I'm ready for it.
Sounds good, man. Well, enjoy your win here at Daytona and hope you have a fantastic rest of your day.
Yeah, you too. Have a good one.
All right. Well, that is going to be the end of tonight's stream. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I couldn't have had more fun. It was such an awesome time, and you guys made it just even more awesome. We're going to go on over and raid somebody. I'll raid Brian Hicks. So head on over and watch Brian if you want to watch some more racing here tonight. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. Glenn Scope, thank you so much. It was a pleasure broadcasting. Ferret Man, thank you so much. Y'all have a great night.